Hello and welcome to my latest video. So today, in celebration of getting 2,500 subscribers on YouTube in a little over a year and a quarter, I thought I'd do yet another sort of behind the scenes video just to recount my journey to getting to this point. So I've come outside today because apart from having my tripod assembled with my phone sat on top, I've got none of my lighting out, I've got nothing prepared, and I wanted to show you the process that I go through when I get ready to film a new YouTube video. And I think I've had lots of people ask me about how I go about the process, and I think you'll find it quite interesting. So there you go, that will be the subject of today's video, and I do hope you find it interesting. So sit back, relax, and let's get to it. So one of the first things which you haven't seen yet is my tripod. Now, this was not expensive. I think it was about £25 off eBay, Amazon rather. I've got a link to it below. The one that I got is really, really good. Super versatile. This little mount on top is excellent, and you can just pop your phone in it. So it take any sort of size mobile phone, which is great. Now, as I film this, we are in quarantine lockdown, and often in my videos, the dog will be, there he is, Rolo, he'll be making a little appearance sometimes. My little work area there, computer, that's where I edit all my stuff. And this is the table where, generally speaking, I manage to film 99% of all my videos. So what we're going to do now, I'm going to get out all my lighting equipment, because as you see, it's really dark. And we'll have a look at my lighting. One thing I should show you is my microphone. So at the moment I'm using this one, which is called the Purple Panda. Now, I cannot emphasize how much a good microphone makes a difference to your recording. And I got to admit, I've been caught out a couple of times and it's not been as crisp or clear or rich as I would like. So the Purple Panda one here, and you might struggle, I'm afraid, to get one of these now, but any sort of lapel mic will be absolutely fine. It comes with a really long extension lead that I've got plugged in here. So this gives me, I could have it all the way across another room and it would be absolutely fine. And then it's got a little joint here, and that's the bit where I have plugged into my top here. So as I'm speaking now, I've got my lapel mic in. Definitely worth tracking a decent microphone down. Okay, so this is my lighting equipment. Now, this lighting set was the most expensive thing I bought when I started getting into the YouTube. So the microphone, the little lapel microphone, was I think £13–14, and it was one that came recommended on Amazon. This lighting set, once again, I've got a link to it in the description below, was about £80, and it was by far the most expensive thing I bought. But this is for two incredibly good lights. So these are the bulbs. Now, setting these up takes a bit of time. So usually when I have a session where I'm looking to film some new videos, I will try and do 3 or 4 in a day, all at once. So you've got the bases there. I'll show you all the bits, and then I'll show you one assembled. Because once you've done it a few times, you know what to do. This is the thing. So I shall reposition the camera so you can actually see what's going on when I assemble. Okay, so they're all fully adjustable. Like so. You take this one here, and this just goes on here like this. tie this one up. There comes Rolo, looking for some more food. So that goes like this, and you open it up, and you push this bit in, like this. And generally, I raise it up a little bit further, that sort of level, like so. As you can see, it's quite an impressive piece, isn't it? Let's get back a bit further. Next thing we do is take out one of the lights. Massive bulbs, and these screw in here, like so. You get one of these covers here. These go around the top like this. Then all we've got to do is plug it in. So we plug this one in. Try not to get all my leads twisted up. And this should be ready to go. I'll just give it a test. There we are. So that's the first one done. And I do that with both lights to get them up and running. But as you can see, they are pretty big, but you need that. That's exactly what you need. So I'll get the next one assembled, and then we'll show you the next step of the process. So as you can hear, in a busy household, the dog's having a nice drink at the moment, so slurping, and it is quite difficult. One of the hardest things you'll find, at least one of the hardest things I've found, is just having a bit of quiet to do your videos. It's not always the case. Sometimes, you know, I've got the door open now, but sometimes your next door neighbours might be doing something. Like my next door neighbours have got children, young children that is. So, you know, sometimes they could have something going on, and you've planned to do videos that day. It's one of those things, isn't it? There's not a lot you can really do about it. I'm lucky in that for my regular job, I do work the odd weekends, which means that I get days off in the week to do filming, which suits me very, very well. But during lockdown, which is what we're in at the moment, my wife is working from home, so she's upstairs in the spare room. My son is also doing his schoolwork from home, which makes for quite a busy house. So I really have to pick my moment for when I can record videos. So today I've got some gaming videos to do, so I haven't needed to go into my collection and pull any books down or any toys or anything like that, because everything that I want to do I've got to hand. It's just like small handheld gaming items. So these are pretty, I haven't got masses of stuff and empty boxes everywhere. I'm not doing a big Simpsons unboxing or something like that, which usually involves 4 or 5 big cardboard boxes to unpack. So that's that one put together. And now I need to plug this one in and make sure it's working. Do we have light? Yes, we do. So there we go. That's both bits of lighting assembled and ready to rock and roll. As you can see, everything that I've used fits back into the black carrying case there, which is really handy. So I can get that zipped up and tucked out the way, and then I can make a start on filming properly. So often I will start one of my videos with me by my desk there. So as you can see, I've got my chair there, computer and what have you, and I'm usually stood sort of around here. And this is where I'll start to introduce a new video, basically. So I need to get all the lighting and things done. However, on the gaming videos that I've got to film today, I don't actually need to do any of that. But just in case I was, I'm just going to pause it and I'll show you how the lighting looks when I'm filming in that corner over there. So here you are. So I'm now in the situ where I've got the lighting all in, but it's not turned on yet. So look at the difference that it makes once I've turned the lighting on. I'm just going to angle it up a little bit like that. So if I turn over and turn that lighting on, and then that lighting on, I've got it about as light as I can possibly make it. And it does make a bit of a difference. So now I've got my phone on the tripod, I've got my microphone plugged into it, my extender mic, and I'm pretty much all ready to dive in now. I usually turn the computer screen on, just so it's got a little bit of extra light as well. And then I'll be ready to do my introduction. So I'm actually filming it in a very, very small area. And this is it. So this would be how I would film one of my introductions. Hello and welcome to my latest video. What's really interesting is if you can see what I could see. So I'm going to show you that now. So this is the view. So right in front of me there would have been the tripod with the phone on. I've got one big light there, another big light there, and there's the rest of the house. So you literally are like being in a film studio. And then to the left of me is my stuff. So there you go. That's how I film sort of the start of my videos. Now we'll go into the detail basically, which is done on that table over there. So this is the table where I film all my videos, but I keep a nice stack of this art board handy. So these are big, quite thick pieces of card. You pick these up, well, I got mine in a place called The Range, and they've got branches everywhere. And what I try and do is have the card right to the edge of the table. And then when I'm filming, I can have my, whatever I'm filming, right there in front of me, just like that, you know. I've got the lights to the side of the table, so let's have a look at those. So the lights are just there and there. At the moment you'll hear lots of background noise, and that's because I've got I have the windows open. There's people out mowing their garden. It's just a typical sort of day really. So before I film, I shut all the windows and doors, and obviously I turn my lighting on. So here's a book that I've just whacked in, so you get an idea. I would sort of put the tripod to one side, but with enough room to get it all in, get it sort of like that. So that gives me enough room to get my hands in, review it, show it, whatever I want to do with that particular item, like that. And of course, I turn on my lighting. So there's one, and there's two. And that's going to really light the scene up. Now I'm not using my extender mic because I'm close enough to the camera phone that I just use the normal microphone without the extension. And there we are, we're literally good to go. So I can show that book without any sort of issue, or if I'm doing a gaming video I can get my hands right in, and I'd probably lower the camera so it was more at a straight on angle. But that's pretty much how I do it. And if we just zoom out there, as you can see, I'm just on the table, got my lighting there, got my light in there, my phone's on the tripod with the microphone plugged in, and that, in a nutshell, is how I film 99% of my videos, my close-up book videos and gaming videos. That's pretty much how I do it. Okay then, so since we are at 2,500 subscribers, you've seen my behind the scenes, how I do things, how I film things. Now, what I guess a lot of people are interested will be in how much YouTube revenue I'm earning from my videos each day. Well, the thing is, I've only been monetized for about 2.5 months now. It was early January. Where are we now? We're sort of mid-April, so it's been about 3 months so far. And everyone said to me beforehand, and you do see these on the videos, don't expect too much money from Google AdSense revenue, because when you first get to monetize your channel, you don't actually earn that much. So I have been monetized now for 2 or 3 months, and obviously in that time my subscriber base has come from 1,000, it's more than doubled to where we are now, at 2,500 subscribers. But along with that increase in subscribers has come along an increase in my watch time and the amount of views that I'm getting, and those things combined create additional revenue. So when I first sort of qualified back in January, I was earning maybe 50p to £1 a day in AdSense revenue, which is not a lot. However, from other sources, so sort of affiliate links to Google and eBay, Amazon, those things created additional revenue, as well as I would be sent stuff to review, which is also additional revenue in effect. So all those things combined meant that on average I was earning, when I first got monetized after a year of doing it, let's not forget, I was earning about 50p to £1 every day just doing it. So if I put up nothing, I was still earning the revenue because people were still finding my channel and watching it, and I was getting ads on it. Obviously now I've more than doubled that, so my ad revenue now, because I'm now at 2,500 subscribers, I wouldn't say it's doubled. I wouldn't say I'm earning £2 a day, but I'm earning between £1 and £2 a day. Some days when it's busy, so say it's a weekend, that's getting me more revenue than say a Tuesday or a Wednesday during the week. However, when you upload a new video, and I'm uploading 3 or 4 videos every single week, I'm then going to have a few hundred people look at that video pretty much in the first few days, and then it might take off later on. So what I've noticed is that some of my videos that I've put up back in December or January, they've started okay, and they've been a bit of a slow burner, and then they've gone absolutely bananas. Predominantly these are my gaming videos, so gaming reviews, vintage gaming emulation videos, that sort of thing. My Star Wars videos, some of them do better than others. A couple of them have done very, very well, but still nowhere near in the same sort of category as the gaming videos. My book videos do the worst out of all the sorts of things that I cover, but I'm really not worried about that because I want the channel to be a real mixture of stuff. And I want to film the stuff that I want to film, not just the stuff that makes money. So that's how it's going to be, and that's how it's still going to be. I want my channel to be a mixture of stuff. I could just chase the revenue, but what's the point? I don't want it to stop being fun, and I think ultimately it needs to be fun for you to have the will to do it all the time, because it's a really, really hard slog, and I don't think people realize just how difficult it is to get any sort of momentum and traction on YouTube. It really, really is. Now at the moment, the lockdown with the coronavirus and COVID-19 has caused most people's channels, people I know who are on YouTube regularly, because people are stuck at home, there's more people watching YouTube on a daily basis. So that's meant that my channel has certainly seen massive growth. At the current rate, I'm gaining over 400 subscribers a month, so I'm like on 100 a week now, which is crazy. It's almost, I think when I was on 1,000 it was already going good at like 10 a day, but now it's basically almost 20 a day most days, and about 400 to 440 every single month, which once again is is mind-blowing, and I just don't see how it can carry on at this pace, but it seems to be. Looking back over the last month, I've had some good interaction with Toy Polloy. He's been doing some things and plugging my channel, which has been great. I've had a video that I did with Tony over in Australia, Analog Toys, which was fantastic. I've got some other friends who I'm hoping to do collaborations with. One's called Tom, and he has a channel, Yub Nub Toys, or Tom Star Wars, and I'll put a link to him down below. And he's just starting out on his YouTube journey, and he's got some fantastic Star Wars stuff that he's looking to share with everyone. So those are good things coming ahead. So it's been an interesting few months, and there's lots of exciting stuff ahead, I think. One area that has come about, and lots of people have said this to me, is that they watch my videos and they don't care what I cover. They're just listening to the videos because they like the sound of my voice, which is ridiculous. But apparently, and you've probably come across these without realizing it on YouTube if you've ever browsed the platform, and that's videos which have the tag ASMR. Now, what ASMR is people who, for whatever reason, they like particular sounds and these like audible triggers to set them. Sometimes it makes them go to sleep, or they just like listening to it to relax. And I've had people write to me and they say, look, I don't care what you cover, I can listen to anything that you talk about. I just like listening to you talk, which is a bit crazy to me, but you know, I don't mind. So I have got a particularly nice new microphone on the way, which I've bought out of my initial YouTube earnings. It's the Yeti USB mic, so I'm going to be giving that one a try to see if I can get my audio to be even better than what it has been. So at the moment I just use this little lapel mic wired into my phone. The Yeti, with a little bit of adaptation, I can get the Yeti to work exactly in the same way, which will be fantastic if I can get that working. And it'll be great, not for what we're doing right now, but when I do close-up stuff. I recently did a video on book repair and cleaning, and that went down really well, and people said they really loved the sort of the ASMR qualities of cleaning the books and rubbing them off and getting them up to tip-top shape. So I'm hoping that with a brand new microphone, those sorts of videos should be really good, and I'll certainly consider doing those in the future. Apart from that, I think we're just about up to date. I mean, as I said, I really am quite blown over by the fact that we're up to 2,500 subscribers, far quicker than I ever thought this would happen. So it's obvious that the people are finding me and they're liking, on the whole, pretty much what I put out, which is great. So thank you if you are a subscriber for subscribing and for your continued support. So as I said, I intend to do these videos on a pretty regular basis as we hit each sort of milestone. So I'm guessing really the next milestone has to be 5,000 subscribers, which I never would have dreamed of, you know, when I first started getting to that level, but seem to be well on the way now. So I think that's what we'll do. The other thing that I'm definitely going to do before we hit 5,000 subscribers is to start live streaming. So I put a little thing out on my community tab. I said, would anyone be interested in me live streaming? The overriding consensus was absolutely. So I shall find a convenient time to do it, and I shall set everything up, and we'll give it a little experiment and see how we get on. So filming on my mobile phone, I'll have a laptop next to me where I can see the live stream, so I can see the comments that are coming in, and we'll see how we get on, because I think that could be a little bit of fun, sort of like an Ask Me Anything question and answer live stream one night. So look out for that quite soon. Anyway, I think we've pretty much covered it all. Once again, thank you for your continued support. If you do want to help support the channel, I've got a Patreon now. There's only one patron, but he's a very good patron, and he gets a producer flash at the end of every single video. If you'd like one yourself, do go to my Patreon page. You can get other levels of support, including access to my videos early. If you do look to buy anything off eBay or Amazon, do follow the links that are down below, because if you follow those links and then buy something on those channels, you do indeed give me a little bit of a kickback, which helps keep the channel alive and helps me make better videos. Definitely keep subscribed, and I shall look forward to seeing you again very soon. Bye.